Hello everybody, welcome to MrRedClaw. Welcome back to an episode of Formula 1 2021 My Team Career. This time for the Hungarian Grand Prix. But before we get into it, why the head down below, like and subscribe. It does help out a lot. And let's get right into qualifying. Okay, so here I am out for my flying lap around the Hungarian Grand Prix, and as you can see, it is raining. It is going to be raining. It has been raining since the start of qualifying. As you can see, I am on my final lap, lap 4 out of 4, I guess, because I can't do another lap as there's only 33 seconds left of this session. So this is my final chance of setting a lap time good enough, hopefully, to have a chance of scoring any points during the race on Sunday, of course. Right now, currently, we are in P17. Behind, we're kind of in an Alfa Romeo Haas sandwich over here. As you can see, Giovinazzi ahead and Raikkonen, and behind us is Schumacher and Mazepin. So we are kind of in a, well, as I said, Alfa Romeo Haas sandwich. But I guess, in other news, I guess we are back over here with some more Formula 1 2021 My Team Career. I kind of took about 2 weeks off, but we are back, and hopefully we are going to be getting lucky, or hopefully, well, we're not gonna, well, hopefully we're going to be lucky and others around us are going to be unlucky, so we can actually score some points on Sunday where it counts, so we can get more prize money out of at the end of the season. As we cross the line, about half a second gained on the lap, because it did kind of stop raining, but it is going to be, well, enough for P17 where we were before, so we didn't improve. Actually, we dropped down before that lap, I'm pretty sure, but we stay in P17 with our teammate Christian Lundgaard down in last place, about a second and a half slower than us. But I guess we are going to see if we can do better in the race, which should actually be dry. So let's see what we can do.
Welcome to Budapest once again for another round of the Formula 1 World Championship. Historically, a good race for first victories, with Button, Hill, Alonso and Heikki Kovalainen all reaching the top step of the podium for the first time here. 14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring today. It's 6 lefts and 8 rights around a lap here, with average speeds in the region of 120 miles per hour. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
There are 3 main things to worry about there, Crofty: positioning, awareness and discipline. First, you have to put your car in a bit of space and make sure you have room to react to what the others are doing. Then you have to watch your mirrors and listen to the sounds around you to get a sense of where everyone is. And finally, just don't get too greedy. Just because a gap exists doesn't always mean you should go for it.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position. A very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Norris, Charles Leclerc and Hamilton, Perez, Bottas, Stroll and Fernando Alonso, Vettel, Ocon, Yuki Tsunoda and Gasly, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Red and George Russell, Mick Schumacher, Mazepin, Latifi and Christian Lundgaard. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So here we are starting in P17. Are we going to be able to make up any places on the start and into the first couple of corners? As it's lights out and away we go. We are going to see if we can get a decent start. The first stage isn't really that good as we just bog down and completely lose time to the cars ahead. Schumacher gets past, but we dive down the inside as AI typically don't. Sometimes they kind of do. But most of the time they don't, as into the first corner there's a virtual safety car I'm not really sure why. I think some damage. Oh yeah, Tsunoda right behind us is missing his front wing, as at the end of lap 1 on the last corner there's green flags, and we actually get past Vettel with a nice move off the kind of last corner. That I was pretty chuffed with that. That was a pretty nice move, as we get Gasly into the braking, and Ocon, we are side by side with Ocon. Are we going to be able to go around the outside of the Alpine over here in our red sprint racing car? It looks like we do, and we see the other Alpine of Alonso ahead, as there's a full-on safety car for our teammate Christian Lundgaard. I'm not really sure what happened. I did see some sort of contact on the minimap at the back. Sadly, I actually didn't film it. I kind of forgot in the heat of the moment. As of the restart of the safety car, we nearly spin in the final, second to last corner, and that means that we lose about 6/10 to Alonso ahead of us. So that means we can't pull off any kind of special move into the first corner. That means that P10, that 1 point that we could have, is just going to slowly start pulling ahead. As on lap 5, as you can see, nearly lose the car once again. I wasn't really feeling too well on the setup I was running, and basically with the car itself. But as you can see, in one lap, in this place a lap ago, we were 6/10 behind Alonso. Now we are 2 seconds behind Alonso. I'm moving up to lap 7 as the DRS gets turned on, and now lap 9, 6.6 seconds behind Alonso. So we basically don't have the pace to challenge anyone this race. We actually have the second slowest car now. At one point, I'm pretty sure at the first race of the season, we were the fourth slowest car. Now we are the second slowest car. So that makes a huge difference. We are now behind Alfa Romeo and Haas as well. I'm pretty sure we were ahead of both of them. Now we are only ahead of Williams, so that is huge. So basically, we are fighting Williams and kind of Haas, but you're going to see later on that even battling Haas is going to be a difficulty. As on the final turn of lap 13, we mess up, and that lets Gasly and Vettel pass in the AlphaTauri and the Aston Martin, as we try and pull off a move, try and get on the power a little bit earlier than Vettel over there, but it just doesn't happen. And as you can see, we were basically holding all of these cars behind us up. As you can see, in a couple of corners, they're already half a second ahead. And later on lap 14, there's some yellow flags, as Kimi Räikkönen, as you can see, I actually recorded it this time, is out of the session. Some sort of mechanical problem, something with the engine, I'm not really sure, but he is out, so that leaves us with 20 runners. There's definitely going to have to be a couple of more DNFs for us to be able to get anyone near the top 10 to get those points. And as you can see, lap 15 coming on to lap 16, we get a bad run out of the final corner, and Ocon is going to get past us. As you can see, as you saw, our pit window is open, and we are about 40% kind of average on all of the tyres, so that is definitely going to slow us down. We definitely still have to improve the tyre life of our car. These other cars around me just feels like at the end of the stint they are just a lot faster than us. We just lose so much time. We are typically already a lot slower, as we nearly lose it over there. Have to let Ocon pass, and actually Schumacher nearly gets past us as well. And at the end of lap 16, we are going to I want to say pit and box at the same time, but we are going to box for the hard tyres, as basically everyone is doing this one stop from mediums to hards. The hards definitely don't feel great on this game, especially at kind of the beginning. This is only round 9 of season 1, so they definitely don't feel great with our basically non-upgraded car. But we are going to try our best to see if we can squeeze anything out of it, as we leave the pits in P18 and 5 seconds behind Gasly ahead, and 9 behind Latifi, who hasn't pitted yet and actually has a 5-second penalty, so he must have maybe been the reason why Christian Lundgaard was out. I'm not really sure, but a lap later we get past Russell and Tsunoda in the pit, and a lap later we come out, or we go, and Giovinazzi comes out right beside us. Who's going to get this place into the second turn, it is going to be us on the inside, and of course having the kind of speed and the warmer tyres than Giovinazzi, that definitely helped on the first lap. You can definitely tell, especially when someone straight away comes out of the pits and you are ahead of them. You can see the temperature tyre, the tyre temperature difference. But as you can see, lap 26 over here, 8 tenths behind Schumacher, and that's basically what you are going to be watching now, a battle between me and Schumacher. This basically was lap on lap. Every lap I was kind of pushing, wasting all of the ERS on the straight, trying to get past him, using DRS as well, of course, as I had. Sometimes I fell back out of the DRS, then we went back in. Now actually later on I was like, well, this is not going to work, so as you can see I'm saving up ERS to try and get past him on the straights, but we just didn't have enough top line speed. Our engine is fine, but our drag is kind of off. The kind of setup I'm using would probably be good with a fully upgraded car, but this is definitely not that. It's far from a fully upgraded car. We still have a long way to go. It's going to be good if we kind of get it fully upgraded by the end of season 3. But as you can see, I'm just trying every single way, darting left, darting right, to try and get past Mick Schumacher over here. On the final lap, Max Verstappen wins. He was actually just about 4 seconds down the road from us, so a couple more laps and he would have actually lapped us, which is kind of embarrassing, I guess, because that's only happened pretty sure twice before, which I guess is still quite embarrassing. But we are still, of course, in our first season. But I tried for about 15 laps to get past Schumacher. It just wasn't enough. We are still too slow, and hopefully we're going to be able to improve as time goes on. But P15 for this race, definitely nothing special, but it definitely could have been a lot worse. It definitely helps us improve and kind of learn how the car handles.
There'll be smiles back at the factory after that one. A great race and a real team performance to take victory here in Hungary. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently. It's clear to see that they've put in the work and they should be proud of the victory they secured here.
So there we go, Max Verstappen takes the win from Carlos Sainz and Perez. I'm not really sure, the game didn't really want to load it into the post screen, but here we are. Max Verstappen from pole position to P1, Sainz from P2 to P2, and actually Perez from P7 on the grid to P3, so great race for him. In the driver's standings we remain P12, and in the constructors no change between any teams anywhere, but I guess for now that is going to be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, hopefully we can improve. Like, share, subscribe, I'll see you guys next time, bye bye.